Okay, creeping is creeping. Crawling is crawling. They're not the same thing. Hold on, guy. Ugh. Trying to do lives on a Saturday by yourself, especially on the table. Ugh. Not a pretty shot. Anyway, when your child is creeping, they're creeping. It is not a crawl. Getting from here to there in any way, shape, or form that is not in all 4 points crawling is not a crawl. So this and this or whatever, yeah, of course, there's no air here. Your baby is not up. Your baby's not catching air, right? There was a problem with rolling over. When a baby creeps, there's been a problem with all the milestones. Rolling over wasn't great. Didn't grab their feet great. Independent sitting was probably late, not at 5.5 months. Everybody's saying your baby needs to get stronger. That's not the case. Did not come to sitting at 6.5 months. I can tell you that. Any baby that can't go into a crawl can't come up to sitting through their backs. And so these are these little deviations that now are coming here, and you want locomotion, but when you don't have the vertical cross references going from the plane of movement from the horizon into the vertical plane of movement, this is where the breakdown comes. So now your baby is trying to do vertical movement through horizontal moves. And this is where again, the conversation is breaking down. So please, you have to start helping your baby move, because if you've got a creep, you're not going to get into a crawl, right? I'm not saying your child's never going to walk, guys. That's not the point. And I don't know that because I haven't seen the eyes. I'm only seeing the butt shot. But right now, what you're looking for is that child is suddenly going to get up like this into all fours. That's not how all four works. Once they can go from sitting to all fours, crawl, and come back, then yes, they can come down on their belly and they can go up again. But if you want your child to get up, this is why it's hard for grandma to get off the floor if they've fallen. You know, the whole I'm falling and I can't get up. Getting up when you're just here, especially in a plank, guys, you know what I mean? Like, I do hardcore gym work. This is not easy. For me to suddenly go, and even like in that takes a lot of serious muscle. And especially too, if I'm planking, right? I get it. I'll stop talking. I can't play in this position. I'll huff and puff, right? And I can do a plank for about 2 minutes. Your baby is not at that level of gymnastics. We're working on basic development. So we have to know, or I need to know where the breakdown was. I think the breakdown already goes back to rolling over, but a lot of people don't want to go back to the rolling over course. I want a better foundation. You want to go forward, and I get that. But the coming to sitting and the pubic bone strike course are essential, because when you're here creeping, there's no room for my knees to get underneath, right? Your baby needs to come from here into sitting, and then they're going into all fours, right? And that's where all fours comes from. And then from this position, I can get in and out of all fours by doing that, right? But what happens is you have a rolling over that probably the head didn't even get up. They rolled here, lots of times the arm maybe got stuck, and they get like this. And so this is the only movement that they're looking for, and maybe you can get a knee into play, right? But from this is where the army crawl comes from. This is where the creep or the inchworm, all of these crawls come from, because a child, where am I going to go from here? Like I said, they're not catching air. And so what you're looking for is to, again, this to suddenly happen, that takes a lot of finesse, right? And that's where the breakdown is. So the pubic bone course, the coming to sitting course, and the all four course would be essential in this conversation, or getting into even into the segment training. If you've got the bundle course, that's the Black Friday. Sorry. I would like on this one a couple of more videos, especially of working with the vision, see what's going on. I'd like to see what the independent sitting looks like, but that's really where the breakdown's going on. You don't have coming to sitting through the back, but to say, oh, I'm going to go down a milestone, really, again, the rolling over, I'm sure, was with a heavy head. Grabbing the feet wasn't great. Didn't get a good pubic bone strike. Independent sitting was late. And now the coming to sitting didn't happen. And now you're looking for crawl. And so we need better foundation. So I'd like a few more videos of what's going on. Thanks.